I'm gonna go ahead and get us started. I know it's the end of the day. Thank you all for spending such an incredible day with us. There's been so much engagement, so much healing, so much community, which can be so hard to feel virtually sometimes, but I know I really feel it today. And we're here at our final session of the day on a Sunday, nonetheless. Thank you again for spending your weekend with us. For our final session of the day, I'm so excited. We have a few moments to digest all of the incredible sessions and learnings and questions that might have come up for today. And we have someone really special leading it. As a reminder, our last kind of housekeeping, make sure that you guys are participating in all the contests on Whova, filling out the summit feedback survey that we'll send out later on. That'll be a chance to win Fariha's book, Survival Takes a Wild Imagination. And I also think this will be a chance, I know so much came up with Fariha's readings. This will be a chance for us to kind of process it all. It's my privilege to introduce you to Pooja. I can't think of a better person to hold our spirits as we're wrapping up the day. I got to meet Pooja through our storytelling anthology. Her words are actually what helped us name the anthology, Sanctuaries. In yours, I found mine. Pooja has an incredible bio that you can read in the Summit Handbook. She's an award-winning writer, storyteller, and advocate, and she's the founder of Sakshi Storytelling. She's also a sanctuary storyteller and an incredible teacher of poetry as well. So with that, I will pass it to Pooja.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, SOAR team. Hello, everyone. My name is Pooja, and I welcome you all to the space. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you had a wonderful day listening to all the incredible sessions. My heart is so full with all that I heard and felt today. I felt so connected. The community feeling was so strong. As Hannah mentioned, Fariha's poetry, I'm still holding it. And as all the other sessions before and after. So thank you so much to SOAR team and for everybody here uh, for this safe and vulnerable space for us to work on in. And I hope you also had a wonderful day listening to all the incredible sessions. And for being here now, taking time for self-care and healing. I think it's especially important in the work that we do. So I hope this is a reminder to fill our cup, even as we pour it for others. Um, and before we begin, I just want to remind everyone that please have a paper and pen handy or any writing device. For the session, we'll need it going forward. So um, I hope you're ready with that. Okay, as we wait for everybody to join in, I'm just going to put up this next slide, which is part of a larger poem by Rabindranath Tagore. I'm sure a lot of us know him as India's first Nobel Prize winner for literature more than 100 years ago, but his words still resonate. And I invite you to read and reflect on this poem as we wait for a couple of minutes for others to join. I see somebody joining in now. Would anybody like to read this poem aloud for the rest of us? Shall I go ahead and read it then? Anybody?
I'll read
Okay.
it.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Of course. Okay, so Light. Oh, Where is the Light by Rabindranath Tagore. Light. Oh, where is the light? Ignite it with the burning fire of desire. It thunders and the wind rushes, screaming through the void. The night is black as a black stone. Let not the hours pass by in the dark. Ignite the lamp of love with your life.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That was beautiful reading. I wanted to read this poem, and I wanted to share this poem today for a workshop because trauma can feel heavy and dense and dark. And I hope this poem sets an intention for us to move from darkness to light, from heaviness to lightness. And I hope this sets us an intention to get in touch with the life force, which is the source of all positivity and light. Moving forward, I want to remind everyone that this is an affirmative and non-judgmental healing space. And even though my art shows feminine figures, we are in a gender affirmative space. Healing requires vulnerability, and before I invite you to be vulnerable, I would like to offer you the gift of my vulnerability. I know Hannah has shared a small intro for me, but I'm coming into this space today as a survivor and as someone who has for a long time been voiceless, both literally and metaphorically. It is a struggle even now, but I believe in this work and it inspires me to share it with you. In those times when I felt I didn't have a voice, I relied on poetry to find a path to healing. So what I'm sharing today, it's a learned practice for me. And I hope I can share some of that healing process with you today. If you have a copy of Source Storytelling Anthology for this year, then I have shared my journey to healing with poetry there. So with that, I will invite you to feel comfortable with bringing your whole selves into this space. Please feel free to do what you need to do to support yourself during the session, whether it's moving away, turning your camera on and off, getting yourself a water, anything that makes you feel comfortable. Me and the rest of the store team are here to support you. And you're welcome to show your engagement in the chat, through reactions, and in any way that feels authentic for you. No pressure. I want to talk about how poetry is unique to healing. We talk about journaling and storytelling as forms of healing and catharsis. So why poetry then? Very often, trauma shows up without context. And it pulls us down, leaving us reeling. And when that happens, it's very hard to get involved with the narrative. It's extremely hard to get in touch with the events because that can be re-triggering and re-traumatizing. So instead, what you want to do is unlock that trauma and give voice to the unvoiced and the unspoken parts of yourself. You don't want to be caught up in the narrative. And poetry has that unique gift of being able to do that because it offers you freedom from narrative structure. It offers you agency in expressing whatever shape or form that feels right for you in that moment. And it can move from how you're feeling now to how you're feeling later. And it can evolve with you on your journey, and you can revisit your poem and see how you have moved away or moved past the trauma that you were carrying earlier. In that sense, poetry has this unique gift of being able to express what often feels inexpressible. And it can be a great tool for us, for transformation, for moving past pain, for releasing emotions. And I invite you to try this gift of poetry with me today. We have so many phases and forms of poetry. But today we are doing a very simple poetry exercise. And I have picked up what is called erasure poetry. So today when we do the erasure poetry exercise, this is when you will read a text and be intentional about words that speak to you. And as you are intentional about words that speak to you, you're also intentional about words and things that you're letting go of. On the next slide, I'm talking about how in this process of picking up and letting go, I would invite you to be connected to your feelings and your intentions and allow the process to be transformative. And in that space, in that juxtaposition of letting go and picking up, you're actually creating space for yourself, creating a new narrative for yourself that feels personal and authentic and meaningful. And very often you will find that the answer or the meaning or the perspective will reveal itself at the end of the exercise. And that, I think, is the more insightful part of this journey. So here is, on the next slide, is an example of the text. This is an example where I have picked up another text for you from this book called Women Who Run with the Wolves. But here is an example on the left, which suggests how you can pick words from the text that speak to you. And as you're picking up the words, I would urge you to be intentional about words that speak to you. And similarly, be intentional about words that do not. So please be a little conscious and mindful when you are doing this. And you also may want to think of what healing and transformation look like for you. So with that, I give you this text also from the same book. And we have 6 minutes to more or less to read through and pick words. So this is where you use your pen and paper or your writing device to pick words and put them down. So you are welcome as you're reading and picking up to turn your camera on and off and do what needs right for you. and I'll let you hear. I'll let you be here in silence or in music. We have a slight music coming on. Thanks to Nidal and Mohini for offering the gift of this music to us. And we'll return to the space in another 6 minutes. So thank you.